minutes of abs and core starting right now. Hey, what's up? I'm Preston. Let's do a warm-up, get right into a plank, then move on with some abs and core. All you'll need is a mat and some water today. Let's start with the warm-up cat and cow movements. So inhale, drop the stomach, look up for the cow. Exhale, round the back, push the mat away for the cat. Indoors today, the schedule just did not allow it. We'll do one more cat and cow. Let's walk our hands forward. High cobra, pelvis comes towards the mat, look up, exhale, squeeze the butt, shoulders down and back. And now let's get ready for our first plank. Plank for 2 minutes and 2 seconds, right into it. Straight arm plank, forearm plank, whatever you got, get right into that plank. So I am doing a straight arm plank. I'll probably transition to a forearm plank, but straight arm plank form. I have my wrists underneath my shoulders. I have my shoulder blades slightly retracted, engaging the abs, squeezing the butt, tucking the pelvis under, ensuring that my hips are in line with my shoulders or maybe a little bit lower. And I'm breathing and enjoying this wonderful plank. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day. It's a gloomy day outside, supposed to rain, a little chilly. You could transition down to a forearm plank if you so please. Just lower everything down to your forearms. Same rules apply though. You squeeze your butt, tuck your pelvis under, engage those abs. Your feet can be hip distance apart or together. And we just hold this for another 50 more seconds. After this, we'll do a quick child's pose, then transition into our first core exercise. Keep breathing. Maybe you transition to a different style of plank, maybe a side plank. Whatever type of plank you want to do, the goal here is to support your body weight, engage your abs, everything off the mat for a good 2 minutes and 2 seconds. 10 more seconds here. You got this. We'll sit back into a child's pose at the end of this and keep on moving. Nice work. Take a quick child's pose, 10 seconds or so. Shift your weight back towards your heels. Alright, first exercise is a donkey kick to a fire hydrant. So we come to all fours. Knee is bent. For me, I'm raising the left knee off the mat, donkey kick with the heel up towards the ceiling, and then out to a fire hydrant, back up, pulse up. We'll do half on the left, half on the right. So for the donkey kick, I have my abs engaged, little pulse up towards the sky, and then I rotate my hip open to the left. Let's place everything back down and switch legs. So right foot is flexed up to the sky, out to the side. If I was a dog peeing on something, back up. Little pulse, out to the side, fire hydrant, back up, little pulse. Three, 2, and 1. Nice work on that donkey kick to fire hydrant. Let's get into our next exercise, which will be bear with lateral toe tap. So we can come back to all fours once again. Hover your knees slightly off the mat. We're going to hold this position as we do lateral toe taps out to the side. So I'm extending my right foot out to the right, left foot out to the left, tapping the toes down. So my knee turns slightly outwards or inwards as I tap left and right. But the goal here is to hold that straight line from your butt to your shoulders as you tap the toes left and right. 15 more seconds on this, supporting your body weight once again. So important. Squeeze those abs, keep the core tight. You'll be feeling just right. Rhyming is fun. Grab some water if you need to. Slow mountain climbers, more plank holds. Come to that straight arm plank once again. Drive the knees in nice and slowly. If you need to take a rest break at any time, you can pause the video, place your knees down, get off those wrists. Otherwise, drive the knees in as slow as you possibly can, keeping your butt down, keeping your abs engaged, trying to get that knee towards your wrists. 20 more seconds here. We do each exercise for 1 minute and 3 seconds. 10 more seconds. Nice work. Take that 10 seconds transition rest break before we move on to the next exercise, which is Pilates 100s. Let's lie on down. Lower back glued to the mat. Legs out to tabletop, legs glued together. Hands down by your side. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Straight line from your knee to your hip. Pump the arms vigorously at your side, using muscles out of your armpit. Minimal movement from your butt to your shoulders. Head stays still. Make this a little bit more challenging. You could raise your legs up to the sky to make it more challenging than that even. Legs out to 45 degrees. Legs glued together. Maybe you have your toes turned out. Classical Pilates stance there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Man, my arms are so tired from yesterday's workout at the gym. Woo. All right, single leg, shoulder elevated, hip raise. So what we want to do is come up, lift your hips up, single leg up to the sky, then we tap it down, up and down. So the shoulders are elevated, the hip is elevated, and we lower and lift the leg. Option here to keep the leg up and dip the hips down as well. Whatever you got. Let's switch legs. Other leg straight up to the sky, then tap it down. Or keep the leg raised as you dip your hips down to the mat. So you have two options. The straight leg up and down works more of your lower abs, and this works more of your upper body, triceps. Nice work, transition time. That was not easy, I'll tell you that. All right, wood chops, a little active recovery, like I say. Come to sitting, whichever way feels good for you. Hands to the upper right-hand side, over to the left. So my hands start upper right. I twist, chop the wood. I end looking over that left shoulder. The goal here is to sit up straight, twist as far as you can, and twist so far you're looking over your back shoulder. Let's reverse that. So hands in the upper left, over to the bottom right, looking over that right shoulder as we chop the wood. 15 more seconds. work. Transition time. Take a 10-second breather, grab some water if you need to. What's up next? Bicycle. Let's actually pretend like we're riding a bicycle. So what we'll do is we'll lie on down, legs down by our side, arms down by our side, legs straight up, glued together. One leg lowers down just an inch or two off the mat, and then drag that leg in as you pedal out the other leg. So imagine you're riding a huge bicycle with huge pedals, nice and slowly. You might even want to drag your toes down the floor as you bicycle. And you want to get to a point where you have your legs kind of like in a K shape or an L shape. And then let's reverse the circle. Other direction, same huge bicycle movement. Lower back stays glued into the mat, looking up at the sky. Head down, arms down. I feel like my reverse bicycle is not as good as my forward bicycle, although it should be. Alright, star crunch up next. We'll do a side star plank. So it doesn't matter which side, we'll do both sides. Leg hovers, hip height, drive your elbow to your knee. So for me, I'm supported by my right hand. My left elbow drives towards my left knee. I hold that side star plank. And let's switch sides. Transition over to the other side. Side star plank. Drive that knee in towards the elbow. Whoops. Couch is in the way. You keep going as I adjust here. Very hard with the couch. I can kind of cheat and have my foot on the couch. It actually makes it a little bit more difficult holding that balance. Alright. Hopefully you got both sides in. One side for me was not as effective because of the couch. That's okay. Alright, cherry pickers. Lie down. Legs up. Curl up, reach for your toes, small little picking of the cherries. Imagine there's cherries on your toes and you're reaching for them, trying to pick them off. Lower back stays glued to mat. The legs stay glued together. And I'm just reaching small little crunches up. If you need to take a break, just bring your knees into your chest. Head down. That's kind of the same movement for any exercise where you need a break in this core series. Just bring your knees into your chest. Head down. Still picking those cherries for 10 more seconds. Curl up as high as you can. If you can touch your toes. Bonus points for you. Alright, quick transition in between exercises. Maybe rock back and forth. Heel walk, similar to that shoulders elevated hip raise. So we lift our hips up to the sky as high as we can. Lift your toes off so you're just on your heels, and then you walk back and forth. Let me place this here. Walk back and forth, and then when you get to the top of your mat or bottom, try and lift your hips up even higher, your toes up even higher, and you keep that height as you stay on your heels, walking back and forth. Great job. 15 more seconds. Only on your heels. Toes stay pointed towards the sky. Nice work. Transition time. Next exercise coming up. What could it be? Time to vacuum. All right, beast hold. So we kind of did a more challenging version of this earlier. This time we're just going to hold that position. So some from the all fours position here. Curl your toes under, lift your knees a couple of inches off the mat, and we just hold it. If you want some movement in this, you can shift your weight back towards your heels, hold it back here, and then maybe shift your weight forward. Your knees only come up a couple of inches off of the mat, straight line or slightly diagonal line from your shoulders to your butt. So you don't want your butt above, you want your butt in line or slightly lower with your abs engaged, your butt tucked under. 5 more seconds here on the beast hold. We got this. Nice work. What's up next? Who knows? Let's unravel the mic cord. All right, corkscrew. So we come down to the mat. We lift our legs up to the sky. Legs are glued together. Lower back is solid with the mat. Arms down by your side. Move your legs as one unit over to the right, down, around, over to the left, and back up to the top. Stop at the top, and then reverse that over to the left, down, around, over to the right, up, over to the left, stop at the top. To make this more challenging, you can bring your hands closer to your butt, or to give yourself more support, you can widen your hands out to the side. What's happening with my corkscrew? Focus, focus. My lower back stays glued to the mat the entire time. If it feels like your lower back's coming off of the mat, maybe keep your legs up a little higher. Don't lower them as much. Over to the corkscrew. All right, 10-second rest break there. Great work. New exercise coming up. All right, time for the seal. We start by sitting up, taking your hands through your legs, the inside of your legs, and grabbing the outside of your ankles. And then from this rocked position, holding the balance, you tap your heels 3 times, 1, 2, 3. You roll back, hold it at the top, tap for 1, 2, 3, and then roll forward. Let me rearrange myself here. All right, so tap 3 times, 1, 2, 3. Roll back, hold it, 1, 2, 3. Roll forward, hold your balance, 1, 2, 3. So the goal here is to keep your feet off the mat. No neck on the mat. You hold the balance at the top. Not my best seal. I'm always afraid of crashing into the couch. So my first 2 seals are always a little bit safe. All right, we will do a twist, a twisting sit-up, elbow to knee. So lie on down, feet far in front of you, feet hip distance apart. We sit up, twist opposite elbow to opposite knee, then back down, opposite elbow, opposite knee, other way, back down. So I'm trying to articulate my spine up and down with each sit-up, so I feel each vertebrae touching and leaving the mat. And then I twist, big twist, trying to get that elbow to touch the knee as I look over my back shoulder. Try and use as little momentum as you can on the way up, and then fight gravity on the way down, feeling each vertebrae touch the mat. Nice work. Transition. Let me fix my mat. All right, there we go. Leg lifts and lowers. Alrighty then. Lie on down, legs up to the sky, 90 degrees, hands down by your side. And we're just going to lower and lift the legs just 1 inch. So inhale, lower 1 inch. Exhale, lift. Squeeze the legs together as tightly as you can. Palms down by your side. We're just lowering and lifting 1 inch. Very small range of motion. Exhale on the lift. Inhale on the lower. Exhale on the lift. Head is down. Small range of motion. Lower back into the mat. Remember, if you need to take a break, knees into the chest. Maybe rock side to side. Otherwise, keep up these 1 inch lower and lifts. Nice work. 10-second transition. What could be next? All right, next hold. So since we're lying down, most likely, bring your feet as wide as the mat, arms up to the sky. We'll sit up, nice and tall, hands behind the head. Give your neck a little pull forward as you dive over your thighs. And then we'll sit back as long as you can with your hands slightly behind your head. And then when you can't anymore, tuck your pelvis in, roll down. You can keep your hands behind your head, or what I like to do, just palms up to the sky. Sit up, hands behind the head, neck pull, gentle pull. Sit up nice and tall, arms nice and wide, elbows wide. Slowly roll it down, flat back. Until you can't anymore, then you can round and come back down. Nice work. 10-second transition. What can be next? Who knows? All right, butterfly crunches with X-ups. We'll do 2 butterfly crunches where you have your soles of your feet together, knees nice and wide. Curl up twice. 1, 2. Back down. 1 X-up, opposite hand to opposite knee. Opposite hand to opposite foot. Other X-up. Feet together. Quickly. 2 crunches. 2 X-ups. So the crunches, lower back on the mat, elbows wide, small range of motion. For the X-ups, I reach up, I try and touch my foot, somewhere along my foot, with the opposite hand. Transition time. Nice work. This feels really good as a stretch. You hold on to the couch. You lower back. All right, V-snaps. My second most hated exercise. So we start, legs and arms out long, legs glued together. We snap up into a V, and then back down. Arms reach behind you, snap up, reach down. So when you snap up, you balance for a second or two before you reach back down. How tight can you make that V? Getting a little bit better each time I do this. I still hate it. Do the best you can. That is not easy. Let me fix my mat. Get this transition underway. All right, we'll do 4 Russian twists, 1 knee tuck. So heels on the mat, you lean back until you're about to tip over. 1, 2, big twist. 3, elbows to the mat. 4, tuck your knees in, back out, heels down. 1, 2, 3, 4, tuck your knees in. To make this more challenging for the Russian twist, you can keep your heels off the mat the entire time. Minimum wobbling in the torso, or place your heels on the mat for the Russian twists. Tuck your knees in, back out, lean back. Russian twist for those. Back in, back out. Nice work. Transition time. Hopefully it's lying down. I feel like lying down. Alright, it's a sit-up. We could do that. Alright, sit-up. You could do a sit-up however you want, whatever type of sit-up you want. Me, my feet are in front of my knees. Feet are hip distance apart. Just doing a standard sit-up. Back down. Since this is a Pilates core series, you can do these nice and slowly. The slower the better. Each vertebrae lifts off and then lowers back down. Maybe you do a sit-up with an arm raise. Keep your arms up to the sky, palms facing each other. You keep them up the entire time. And then you lower yourself down. Great work. 10 more seconds left. You got this. Feeling like we're close to the end. Nice work. Transition time. Grab some water if you need to. Yes, plank for 2 minutes and 3 seconds. That means it's our last exercise of the day, right into the plank. I missed a whole 10 seconds transitioning, taking my sweet time. So I'm in the straight arm plank. Let me readjust myself a little bit here. My wrists are underneath my elbows. My elbows are underneath my shoulders. I retract my shoulder blades slightly. Neutral neck. Hips in line with the shoulders. Tighten the core, squeeze the core, the abs to the spine, up towards the sky. I think at 1 minute, I'll transition to a forearm plank. You do whatever you want. If you want to transition every 10 seconds, you could go for it. Or you can hold one plank for the entire duration. Or you can do side planks. You can do RKC planks. You can drop to your knees if you need a rest break. Just make sure you come back up as soon as possible, because the goal here is to hold this position, supporting our own body weight for the entire duration. Only 30 more seconds left. You can do anything for 30 seconds, they tell me. "20 seconds. Last 10. And nice work. Quick cool down. Shift your weight back to a child's pose. Great work today on this challenging core routine. Come up to all fours. We'll do a couple of cat and cows. Exhale, push the mat away, round the back for the cat. Inhale, drop the stomach, look up for the cow. One more cat. One more cow. Walk the hands to the front of the mat, drop the pelvis, look up, squeeze the butt for a cobra. Come back to all fours. And give yourself a pat on the back. Great job. That was 30 minutes of abs and core. A lot of Pilates movements thrown in there. We are live every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time where we do a different style of exercise. If you made it this far, please like the video, subscribe, and I will see you again soon. All right, bye now.